In what appears to be an alarming escalation of global temperatures, United Nations, UN, and European Union, EU, monitors have recently issued a grave warning, announcing that July is poised to become the hottest month ever recorded in history. This scorching heat, intensified by the ominous effects of global warming, has relentlessly baked regions across Europe, Asia, and North America, leaving them vulnerable to devastating wildfires that have ravaged parts of Canada and southern Europe. Welcome to Slant News. If you want to support, you can subscribe to our channel. Addressing the alarming situation, UN Chief Antonio Guterres unequivocally stated that the era of global warming has come to a perilous end, giving way to an era of what he aptly termed, global boiling. The ramifications of this unprecedented heatwave are evident, with global average temperatures during the first 3 weeks of July already surpassing any comparable period on record. The World Meteorological Organization and Europe's Copernicus Climate Change Service, C3S, jointly expressed deep concern, stating that it is highly probable that July 2023 will shatter all previous temperature records dating back to the 1940s. Carlo Buontempo, director of C3S, revealed the staggering magnitude of these temperatures, asserting that the anomaly is so substantial that it has likely surpassed previous records even before the month has concluded. Moreover, investigations into climate proxy data, such as tree rings and ice cores, suggest that the temperatures witnessed during this period may be unparalleled in the last few thousand years or possibly even longer, dating back as far as 100,000 years. It is vital to recognize that human activity has played a significant role in propelling this crisis. The burning of fossil fuels over the past century has resulted in approximately 1.2 degrees Celsius of global warming since the late 1800s, culminating in more frequent, prolonged, and extreme heatwaves. Climate change is unleashing its fury upon the world, manifesting in severe weather phenomena, including storms and floods, causing substantial disruption to communities worldwide. The World Meteorological Organization had earlier revealed that the 8 years leading up to 2022 were the warmest on record, even when considering the cooling impact of the La Niña weather pattern. However, this pattern has now given way to the warming El Niño, which, although not yet at full strength, poses further concerns. WHO's Secretary-General Petteri Taalas grimly acknowledges that the extreme weather conditions witnessed in July serve as a sobering preview of the future, highlighting the harsh reality of climate change and its severe implications. In light of these developments, the WMO has issued projections suggesting that global temperatures may temporarily rise 1.5 degrees Celsius above the pre-industrial benchmark within the next 5 years. It is essential to clarify that such a spike would not constitute a permanent breach of the 1.5 degree limit outlined in the Paris Agreement, as this refers to long-term warming. Nevertheless, the situation is deeply concerning, as Carlo Buontempo asserts that never before has a month experienced so many days exceeding the 1.5 degree threshold. Across the Northern Hemisphere, temperature records have fallen like dominoes throughout July, subjecting vast regions to an unyielding heatwave. In the United States, a record-breaking heatwave has gripped large swathes of the country, compelling President Joe Biden to convene a White House conference with mayors from affected cities, such as Phoenix, Arizona, where an unprecedented 27-day streak of temperatures above 43 degrees Celsius, 110 degrees Fahrenheit, is being endured. Discussions focused on understanding the impact of these extreme temperatures, particularly on vulnerable workers, such as farmers and construction laborers to whom heat-related safety rules were proposed to be reinforced. In Beijing, the government issued urgent advisories urging the elderly to stay indoors and children to reduce outdoor playtime significantly to minimize exposure to the scorching heat and ground-level ozone pollution. The Mediterranean region also suffered under the relentless heat, leaving landscapes parched and vulnerable to wildfires. Greece, in particular, has been grappling with deadly wildfires for 2 weeks, with hundreds of firefighters struggling to contain the infernos. Moreover, global average sea surface temperatures have significantly surpassed previous records since May, contributing to the extraordinary warmth experienced in July. Buontempo warns that a significant portion of the central Mediterranean is now on the brink of surpassing or matching all previous temperature records. In retrospect, July 2019 held the title for the hottest month on record, but as Copernicus finalizes its data, it appears that July 2023 will claim the unsettling distinction of being the hottest month ever documented. A group of scientists from the World Weather Attribution has made a dire revelation, stating that the heatwaves in parts of Europe and North America would have been almost impossible without the exacerbating influence of climate change. China, too, experienced a heightened risk of extreme temperatures, with global warming making such occurrences 50 times more likely. In conclusion, the current heatwave serves as an unequivocal wake-up call to the reality of climate change and its catastrophic consequences. Urgent and collective action is imperative to curb greenhouse gas emissions, protect vulnerable communities, and mitigate the worst impacts of the rapidly escalating climate crisis. The world must unite and act decisively to secure a sustainable and habitable future for generations to come. Here we wrap up the news on this topic. And be sure to subscribe to our channel.